All right, so here's what we know at this point. Around 4:40 this morning, we received a 911 call about a shooting that happened here in the parking lot behind me on McKinley and Fowler. What we have learned, and again, this is all very early in the investigation, is that 2 cars were shot at. 4 people were shot in total as a result of this. 3 of them were transported to hospitals, and 1 was pronounced deceased here on the scene.
Tampa police are trying to track down whoever killed Jacksonville rapper Charles Jones, better known by his stage name, Julio Foolio. That deadly shooting happened just before 5 this morning in a parking lot at the Holiday Inn on East Fowler Avenue. The rapper's attorney says his client was ambushed.
Bullet holes riddled the windshield of this car in the parking lot of the Holiday Inn on East Fowler Avenue. A Jacksonville attorney confirmed to us the victim is 26-year-old Charles Jones, better known as Julio Foolio. This isn't the first time Jones has been attacked. Just last year, the rapper was shot in a Jacksonville parking lot. He was wounded but survived. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office called that shooting an ambush.
Now, I'm sure by now we've all heard the news about rapper Julio Foolio getting shot on his birthday and losing his life. It hasn't been the most shocking news of 2024, to say the least. In fact, most people are saying that they could have seen this coming or predicted this months ago, just based off of how Julio was moving throughout the years. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into the story and everything that we know so far. Sunday, June 23rd, 2024, at about 4:40 a.m. Officers responded to a 911 call about a shooting on McKinley Drive in Tampa near a cluster of hotels. When they arrived on the scene, they found 2 vehicles that had been sprayed up in the parking lot. They said they were investigating what led up to the shooting and working to identify people that were involved. But what they did know is that 1 person in this incident was killed and 3 others were taken to the hospital, all suffering from injuries relating to the incident. Now, at first, police didn't publicly identify who the victim was that died, but within hours, it became public information that the 1 person that was dead was 26-year-old Charles Jones, better known to the world as Julio Foolio.
Julio Foolio was shot and killed in Tampa overnight.
The rapper was celebrating his 26th birthday. He was one of 4 people shot.
So as you just heard, Julio Foolio was out trying to celebrate his 26th birthday when things took a turn for the worse, resulting in him losing his life. And as I stated earlier, this really didn't come as a surprise to anybody because Julio's been moving recklessly out here in these streets for a long time. In fact, the way that he moves so disrespectfully is part of the reason why he ever blew up in the first place. Because if you go back and listen to Julio's catalog, a lot of his earlier songs were songs where he was disrespecting dead ops, taking shots at his competition, and really just in general portraying himself as a savage. A good example of this is when he jumped on the beatbox instrumental and took shots at a young man named Corbin. And this song got so hot and so popular that it even became a TikTok trend, and basically Julio had turned this kid's death into a trend.
The murder of an 18-year-old Jacksonville man becomes the center of a nationwide TikTok trend. Corbin Johnson disappeared in 2018. His remains were found a year later.
Corbin got kidnapped. They found his bones. He was right.
Johnson's mother, Melissa Jackson, reported her son missing in 2018. His remains found in a wooded area in 2019. His death ruled a murder. She was surprised to learn the hashtag Where's Corbin reached up to 3.9 million views on TikTok. The song used in the TikToks was released last year. It's called Beatbox Remix Bibby Flow by local rapper Julio Foolio.
Corbin got kidnapped. They found his bones. He was right. Where's Corbin?
Somebody say, where's Corbin? I don't know what Corbin at. But yeah, that's all I had to say.
But that's just one good example, as Foolio did this dozens of times on dozens of tracks.
Prosper got shot, Tate got shot, Desert got dropped.
Now, Julio Foolio was connected with the clique out of Jacksonville, Florida, called KTA, and they had beef with another local group there called ATK. Some of y'all may remember the ATK Scotty video that I did on this channel. That was in relation to the beef between these two. And one of the incidents that really blew Julio Foolio up and another rapper from Jacksonville named Young and Ace was a disastrous incident in which Young and Ace seen 3 of his homeboys getting shot and killed after they went out to celebrate this dude named 23's birthday. Now 23 and Young and Ace were supposedly best friends, and Young and Ace was the sole survivor in this incident.
A shooter or shooters on the run after 4 teens are gunned down to the south side. What we're learning about the men killed in a drive-by shooting. 18-year-old Trayvon Bullard, 19-year-old Jacoby Groover, and 18-year-old Royale Smith. They lost their lives late last night.
Police say the shooter followed the 3, along with a 4th survivor, from a restaurant at the St. John's Town Center to the Town Center Parkway, then opened fire. Sheriff Mike Williams says this shooting is gang-related, not an accident.
Since then, we have learned a lot about those 4 victims. A family friend of Kenyatta and Trayvon Bullard tells News4Jax that the 2 brothers were out with Royale Smith and Jacoby Grover Tuesday night celebrating Smith's birthday when the celebration turned to tragedy. Police say the men were all riding together in this car on Town Center Parkway when people in another car that pulled up beside them started shooting at them. Kenyatta Bullard, who goes by the nickname Ace, was the only person in the car who survived the attack.
After this happened between KTA and ATK, Julio Foolio didn't make it a secret that him or the people around him may have been involved with the death of 23, who again died on his birthday. Julio Foolio would make a remix to Fantasia's hit single When I See You, except for on this song, he wasn't talking about love. Instead, he directed bars directly at Young and Ace and Ace's crew, even dropping lines like this right here.
Ace from the west, how he clicked up with the east side. He ain't been the same since he seen them other 3 die. Damn, I'm 2-3 high. Say your goodbye. Went out to eat on his birthday. 4 shot, 3 dead in the worst way. Damn. He kept dissing on me. What happened? Now we smoking 23. You always on my mind. You always on my mind. Riding down Melvin with that iron. I don't see you. I don't see you. You did like 2-3-2. Happy birthday.
In fact, with the news of Foolio passing like that, people started listening to his old catalog and couldn't help but notice how ominous it was that he was talking disrespectfully on the track about 23 who died on his birthday trying to go out to eat, just to he himself a few years later end up the victim of pretty much the exact same circumstance, except for in Young and Ace's case, 4 people were shot, 3 died, and he was the only survivor. In Julio's situation, 4 people were shot, 3 survived, and only he died. Is it karma? Maybe. It could have been that, or it could have been that on this particular night, Julio just wasn't moving with the same caution that he particularly had. He was being what could only be described as careless, dropping his location numerous times throughout the night and inviting any and everybody to pull up to where he was at. The first example of this comes in the form of a flyer that he posted on his Instagram account on July 14th, about a week before the night he was killed, letting everybody know exactly what club he was going to be at, what time it was going to be, and even let it be known that he was going to be in an Airbnb as well. Now, given the history and the beef that he's had with other people in the past, this wasn't really a smart idea, but who knows, he could have been contractually obligated by a promoter to post this because he was also booked to do a performance that night. The day of his birthday, Julio went on Instagram and made several Instagram story posts where he told people that he was going to be having a pool party, told them what time it was going to be, and even showed off the Airbnb that he was staying in.
The pool party start today at 5, 6 o'clock. If you already got the address, pull up, man. You got the address, pull up. If you need the address, DM me right now. The pool party start at 5, 6 o'clock. DM me for the address or DM Foolio booking ESPN. I'm going to put it right here. We just got her, bruh. You got to add it. You got to add it, man. Push up. We just got to this bit. Tampa, Florida, man. You already got to add it to the pool party. Push up at 5:30, man. Push up at 5:30, man. We finna get everything right. Push up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, man. It's up.
Less than 7 hours later, Julio would still be posting on his Instagram. This time he was inside the house and had a bunch of random people around him, females, dudes, and they was all drinking. And Julio would even let it slip on camera that he was turning up and that under normal circumstances, he wouldn't even drink, letting it be known to the ops that he may be in an altered mind state, which at the end of the day really only made it that much easier for him to pull up and hawk him down.
Me drinking, cuz. I don't even drink, cuz.
You're supposed to have a chaser.
Appreciate everybody popping out for my birthday, you know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday!
Everybody got their shot, put their shots in the air, man. Okay, David. Everybody take their shit on 3, man. 1, 2, 3.
Not only did he post this, but shortly after, he made another post where he let it be known that they was actually kicked out of the Airbnb because the party had went over the occupancy limit. And then he made another post thanking everybody that popped out on him, saying he had the best birthday ever and that they turned up till they couldn't turn up no more. He then said he was on his way to the show and asked people to pull up there as well. He then posted a video showing him and his entourage going up the steps of Truth 18, a local club there in Tampa, and even dropped the location for it as well, essentially once again telling anybody who wanted to do harm to him exactly where he was at.
We came deep and fuck for my birthday, man. Everybody coming up to the fair. No counts, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We deep as hell. We deep as hell. 20 deep. Lit everywhere we go.
Shortly after is when the incident at the Holiday Inn took place, where Julio Foolio found himself being on the wrong end of an ambush. And people are basically saying that he didn't make it very hard for whoever wanted to take him out to get him. He dropped his location multiple times throughout the night, pretty much told people that he wasn't in a clear state of mind, and it probably wouldn't have been hard for somebody to just pull up to the after party show he was at, wait a little while for him to come out, and then follow him over to the Holiday Inn, jump out on him and light him up. And keep in mind, most of his problems came with people that he got into it with locally in Jacksonville. He was in Tampa when this happened. He was moving like he was 1,000 miles away from these guys, but in reality, bro, you was just right down the road. Tampa is only about 3 hours from Jacksonville, and that's if you go in the speed limit. Somebody could easily make it in 2 hours and 30 minutes, 2 hours, if they wanted to, you know, speed a little bit. So it's not like he was moving in a place that he was protected and super safe in. He was right down the road from the guys that he had problems with. 4 hours after Julio was shot at the Holiday Inn, his girlfriend will post on Twitter and say, "Y'all took my boyfriend from me. I hate y'all, and I won't be the only one crying." This tweet has been viewed over 5 million times. Now look, this is something that even Julio Foolio himself probably seen coming. In fact, just a few weeks ago, he made this post right here on Instagram that said, "I'm probably finna die soon. I'm getting all the fake love from around me." So it seemed like he knew what the risk was with the life that he was living. Anyway, so after all of this happened, people started looking. They started wondering, you know, who could be responsible for this? And obviously the first place people went to look is to the rappers that he's had beef with in the past. One of those rappers being Young and Ace. See, this wasn't the first time that Julio had been targeted in an attack like this. All the way back in 2020, Julio became the victim of an ambush style attack in Houston, Texas, where he ended up actually getting shot. From this incident, we seen probably one of the most viral diss songs that's ever been recorded come out, when Spinner Benz, Whopper with a Chopper, Young and Ace, and Fast Money Goon dropped the song Who I Smoke. And in the fourth verse of the song, we can hear lyrics that essentially refer to that shooting.
Told rocket when I travel, I'm pistol packing in Houston. I was lurking on his page and I caught him lacking in Houston. We let out shots, he got shot and went live. I'm just thinking life, man, that bitch ain't died.
Nigga shot me, but didn't kill me. On Kendrick. You fucking stupid.
Just about 1 year after this incident, Julio found himself being targeted again, this time becoming the victim of a drive-by shooting. And just like the time before this, he went to Instagram Live to talk about it, mocking the people who did it, saying that he know they was sick that they missed a whole 100 shots, essentially quoting the Young Dolph song where Dolph talked about people that shot at him missing 100 shots.
Hey, stop saying on the police post that. Listen, how you turn it down? This. Listen, on trading my gun and register, I shot back in self-defense. Y'all dumb. I shot back in self-defense. You don't think if I did something illegal, I would be in jail? The police put me in the back of the car all the time. Did miss a whole 100 shots though. You know they sick right now. Whoever did it, they sick. One had 2 choppers, 1 me. I'm blowing back. Trade it.
2 years after this, Julio found himself being the victim of another drive-by when he was in his car. Somebody pulled up and sprayed the whole vehicle up. This time, getting hit in the foot. And I ain't gonna put it in here, but there's pictures around that showed the damage that was done. And you could see that it basically shattered all of the bones in his foot. And after this happened, he went on Say Cheese with Sean Cotton and gave an interview where he talked about it.
We all know you got shot in the foot. Yeah. Last week, and you don't have to tell us too many details, but we pretty much know, you were driving, correct?
Yeah, I was driving.
Is this daytime, nighttime?
This was like 5, 6 in the morning, probably 6:30, some shit like that.
Wait, 6:30 in the morning?
Yeah. I was up the whole night type. My dumb ass, I'm nicking. I wanted to go get a vape from the stove. So I hopped in the car, and I guess I got ambushed. Somebody was waiting on me when I pulled out the driveway. And I saw the car, I saw a little glimpse of the car. But by the time I got to the stop sign, they hopped out and went to shoot, and they shot the car. Then I just went to hit, and I went to drive and type shit.
So basically the bullet went through the car and hit your foot?
Yeah, it went through the bottom, door type. Before I even got to the hospital, after I stopped hearing the shot, I got to another stop sign and I busted right and I stopped. I tried to hop out. I hopped out the car and I couldn't use both of my feet. I fell straight to the ground and I crawled behind the car. When I crawled behind this car, I'm like, what the I think my foot, bro. I got hit in the foot. So I get up, I walk to the house I pulled to. I don't even know them from a can of paint, but I could see through the window. It's a nigga sitting on the couch. I don't know if he watching TV. What the f*** he doing? I'm banging on his door like, hey, help. I need help. Like I'm shot type. And I'm hitting this little door ring type, the little doorbell shit. He ain't come to the door. So I had to hop back to the car and drive to the hospital after that.
So as you can see, Julio was no stranger to the danger. He knew what the life he was living brought with it, and he knew what a critical failure could lead to in regards to him and his life. So you would think that he would move even more diligently than expected, but on this particular night, the night of his 26th birthday, he experienced one of those critical failures in multiple ways in his judgment, his actions, his movements, ultimately resulting in somebody pulling up, blowing him down, and snuffing his life out. Now, almost as soon as it happened, the internet investigators, armchair sleuths, went to work trying to figure out who could have been responsible for this. And their investigations led them to look into several people, aside from Young and Ace. And one of those people was this local promoter named Ari, who people quickly started to point the finger at because she was having a party the night of, and it was the party that Julio Foolio was going to. And people essentially were saying that this chick backdoored Julio. And the reason that they were saying that is because she was actually posting on her Instagram in real time, asking Julio to come to the party and then even announcing when he actually showed up. And a lot of people were assuming that this was a last minute type of thing because on those Instagram stories, you could see her saying that she wanted Julio to pull up, asked him to pull up. Then when he pulled up, she was like, guess who I got to come? 3 demon face emojis. And this led to people believing that Julio didn't even know this chick. Like he just seen that he was tagged in a post, he was in the area, so he pulled up to her party, and then here she is posting in real time that he was at that party, a party that people were assuming was full of people that Julio don't know from a hole in the ground. So this is where the rumors that she backdoored Julio came from, but she actually did respond to everything everybody was saying with the video where she basically said, look, I don't know what none of y'all are talking about, bruh. I gotta defend myself in this situation. I ain't have that man set up, and I didn't have nothing to do with what happened to him.
Okay, y'all done got me out of bed because at this point I'm getting death threats, I'm getting phone calls, I'm getting text messages, and I just gotta let y'all know what it is. Like, I had nothing to do with Foolio's death. Me and Foolio was texting. He came to my event. He popped out. He was in a section. He had him a bottle, and then he dipped. We did not know where he was going after that. At the club, it was good vibes, nothing negative. So, we didn't assume nothing after. But all this texting my team, texting me, it just don't sit right with me. Like, I don't even feel comfortable walking out of my own house right now, you know, because of this whole situation. 'Cause I just feel like, you know, y'all fans are being hotheads or whatever the situation may be. And the only reason I'm really talking about it right now is because, you know, me and my team were receiving all these nasty messages, especially, you know, from people that don't know what happened, don't know the situation. You know, at our event, it was good vibes, nothing negative. And that's what, you know, that's what we can say. We're sending our heart out to his family and his friends, especially the other 3 people who got shot as well. And we just not, you know, we're going to keep it at that. We ain't had nothing to do with it. There was no setup. There was no nothing.
So that's what she had to say about it. Now, does this mean that she didn't play a part in Julio getting popped? Nah, but it also doesn't mean that she did play a part in Julio getting popped. I think if anything, she may have inadvertently alerted somebody to his location that night. But let's keep it 1,000 here, bruh. If she was trying to backdoor Foolio, couldn't she have just sent a text over to whoever did the sliding on him? Like, she didn't need to post him on the story and say that he was here right now in real time if she was really trying to backdoor him, because she could have just sent a text over to whoever did this. So I don't think that she played any part in it intentionally. Now, did whoever did this to Julio see her story and know that that's where he was at because of it? I mean, I guess it's possible, but let's be realistic, bro. This was a fan who was having a party who happened to add Julio, and then he just happened to show up. She was just fanned out posting his location on Instagram. I don't think there was nothing nefarious with that. So moving on to the next person that the internet targeted for their investigation, and that's this dude named Mizzle. Now, throughout the day on Julio's 26th birthday, he was seen posting numerous videos, photos, and in pretty much all of them you can see this guy right here. This guy's name is Mizzle, and like I just said, he was with Julio pretty much all day the day that this happened, and they seem to be real close, real tight. So after people noticed that he was in these videos with Julio the day of, they started looking into him, and they ended up finding this picture of him with another dude named Backstreet TK. And Backstreet TK and Julio have had some problems in the past. Infamously, there was a Clubhouse phone call where Julio and Backstreet were both on that call, and Backstreet was being pretty disrespectful, telling Julio that he needed to post his homies every time he smoked one of them. It was crazy.
Beat the out of you. Just be ready. Like when I DM you and say post them, you better post them.
Post what?
Post him. When I say post him, I'm gonna DM you and say post him.
Hey, Backstreet, shut up, Backstreet. Just chill, Backstreet. Hey,
bro,
you talking about something? Bro, listen.
I ain't talking about nothing, bit now. I promise.
Bro, listen, bro. I was saying over your goofy. Ain't shit happening, but why you trying to act like? Bro, I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know, TK.
Bit now, I'm not.
On Snoop, I'm letting you know.
I'm not talking about you, bro. You acting real weird.
He sounded too creepy in that bit tonight. I don't like that.
Bit 9. Y'all gonna get y'all shot.
You gonna do that though, Foolio?
Do what?
Shot dead in y'all.
You said I did what?
TK.
What?
So people dug up this Clubhouse phone call where Backstreet was talking real disrespectful to Julio. On top of that, they found pictures of Backstreet TK actually with Young and Ace. They noticed that he was following a lot of people that are connected to Young and Ace. And then right after Julio was killed, Backstreet TK was on Instagram making story posts, one with the song called Beautiful Day. And then the next story post was actually a Young and Ace music video, his most recent one, where he was seemingly dissing Julio in the video. So this guy Mizzle is kicking it with Julio's ops, which made people think, you know, hey, you gotta watch who you call your people, because this dude is clearly close with people that directly do not like you. So the optics of it look real bad. However, Mizzle did seem to respond to all of the claims and rumors going around. He reposted this on his Instagram story, which I guess was originally made by Julio's cousin. So Mizzle reposted this on his story. It says, to clear up all the rumors that all the blogs is posting, Mizzle did not set Foolio up, nor was he playing both sides. Foolio is my little cousin. Trust me, we know he wasn't set up by Mizzle. Can y'all please stop posting that? Y'all trying to play detective and y'all is wrong. And then up underneath that, Mizzle said, the ones that matter the most know the truth. So did Mizzle set Julio up? Man, who knows? He's denying it. People are linking him to people who actually may be involved with this. So, I mean, only time will tell. No arrest has been made in that case yet. So there's no way to really know until that happens. However, Julio actually had real enemies out here. So instead of looking at the people that's closest to him, it may be more beneficial to, you know, the case to actually look at the people that he was having problems with. So back to the ATK camp. As soon as news broke that Julio had passed away, we started seeing people from ATK post on their Instagram. This dude, Foolio Sosa, said dying on the 23rd is crazy work. And remember, Julio was dissing that dude 23 who went out to eat on his birthday and died. Young and Ace was the only survivor. He said dying on the 23rd is crazy work. Queso, which if y'all don't know who Queso is, in my ATK Scotty video I did, I go over some of the stuff that happened with Queso, but he posted the date June 23rd with this laughing emoji. And then Spinner Benz, who was on the song Who I Smoke, posted this up when he realized that it was hitting the blogs, and he basically just added the song Today Was a Good Day by Ice Cube. And then this dude ATK Quizzy posted on the 23rd, celebrating your B-Day. Man, I'm finna smoke a whole 6 G's in a wood today. So basically they were celebrating as soon as they found out. And to be honest, somebody from their clique is probably the most likely suspect, but as I stated, Julio had a lot of problems with a lot of people, so people started to look elsewhere, other people that he was having issues with, and that led them to a smaller beef that he was having back in the day that was connected to the ATK beef, but with rappers from out of the state of Florida, and that was Jada Youngin's people. So if y'all remember, I posted a Jada Youngin story after he passed away from being shot on his front porch out in Bogalusa, Louisiana.
It's a fatal shooting that's grabbed national headlines with a well-known rapper killed in his hometown of Bogalusa. Officials say a family member was also shot and survived. Mike McDaniel has spoken with investigators in the case, and he's joining us live now with more details on it all. Mike?
Hey there, Katie. Javaria Scott, a rapper who goes by the stage name Jada Youngin, was just 24 years old. In his very short music career, he was really able to make a name for himself, not just in his hometown here in Bogalusa, but also the music industry. He died last night after police say he was shot multiple times. He and another man, who family members say was his father, Kenyatta Scott Sr., were shot outside of a home on Superior Avenue. Now, Kenyatta was shot twice and injured. He's expected to be okay. He was taken to the hospital in stable condition.
Now, Jada Youngin, ironically, was also known under the name 23. That was kind of like his brand. And he was cool with Youngin, Ace, and ATK in a year or two before he passed away. So as soon as Jada Youngin died, Julio went on Instagram and wasted no time clowning him. He posted this up that said, "R.I.P. Jada Youngin, you will be missed," with some heart emojis and then LOL. And he had a picture of Jada Youngin clicked up with Youngin Ace in a music video that they did. He said, "Dude used to diss me just to be cool with the ops, even got them boys' name tatted. Now look." And when he was asked about this on Instagram Live, he took the time to address it, saying that his problem specifically with Jada Youngin is that he clicked up with Youngin Ace, became cool with him, and then started dissing Julio.
Think about it like this. Think about it like this, bro. Say if you from out of town, right? You from out of town. I'm from Jacksonville, though. Me and my ops, we from Jacksonville. You from out of town, right? So you see what we got going on. So just cause you rocking with a rapper, you rocking with a that don't for me, you act like you my op now. You get what I'm saying? So now you act like you my op. Now you dissing me in songs saying F my dad, homeboys, this and that. How I'ma feel? But I just supposed to sit back, just, you know what I'm saying, be quiet. Don't say nothing. If it was me on the other end, did the same thing, they would have turned up. You know what I'm saying? This man used to wear the baby jerseys. He used to wear the baby jerseys, all type, like, he done diss me in songs.
Now, I had to explain all of that to get to the next part, or the next person that people targeted for their internet investigation. See, Jada Youngin had a homie named 23KB, not to be confused with KB Goes Live, but he had this homie 23KB. And after Jada Youngin died and Julio was clowning him, this dude KB actually hopped on an Instagram Live with Julio where they chopped it up. And the conversation comes off really passive aggressively, right? Like, they not really yelling at each other or being crazy on there, but if you listen listening to what they saying, 23 KB basically told Julio, bro, when I see you, it's up.
What it is now? Why you on here dicked out like that? Oh yeah, let me remove this so you won't think I'm trolling. What's up, Brody? Cool on you at, bro? I'm in Jacksonville right now. I'm in the city. I'm saying, man, pass niggas some hoes. Man, god damn, crap at him. Man, where you at, bro? I'm trying to link up and shoot a video or something. I'm in Jacksonville, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro. Can I ask you a question? No, this not no interview. Stupid ass nigga. I don't do interviews like that. Oh, you with the say T shit, though. Wow, you trying to get on? You want to get on the blogs, bro? Hey, you know how to beat you like that. Look, that what you all about, huh? Them blogs. No, nah, real shit on, bro. I would straight beat you like with straight hands type shit. You feel me? Think I'm gonna fight you, bro? Damn, that shit that deep. I'm gonna fuck over you, boy. You know this. You don't want to fight no more. That shit that deep, brother. That shit crazy. I'm saying though, I'm just cool though. I fuck with your music though. Keep it 100 though, KB. It's not no real smoke between us, y'all. But that's ain't that. Though, it's just like you just be speaking on my bro, you know. But listen, like keep it 100 though, like no funny shit on baby. How you would feel though? Look. Real shit though. I'm asking. No. Let me ask you something though. If we see each other, it's gonna be that though. KB, come on. Man, though it ain't no just like I don't know. But if we see each other, it's gonna be that. No, I ain't gonna care. No, like it's not no. I can't beef for no out of town, no, bro. That shit weird. We ain't gotta beef, bro. We don't have to beef with each other. Feel me? But if we see each other, it's gonna be that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I ain't saying I'm beefing with you. I'm gonna beat you, bro. I don't want you to beat me up, punch me in my mouth, bro. Do whatever you want. I don't want no pressure with your gangsta ass. Man, I'll be coolin', bro, for real. But I'm saying though, if I see you, it's dead though. But we ain't got no beef, for real. So how is that? I don't get it. Like you losing me, bro. I don't just listen to what I tell you, my nigga. Like we ain't even got a politic about that. We ain't feel me. Send me a song, like what studio you go to? You trying to backdoor me? That shit. Oh, look, what studio you go to? Man, I go to the one you go to, bro. I go to the one you go to, bro. I don't never see you. I can't go out like that. You can't. Hey, listen, man. That shit over with, man. I can't go like that.
So as you can see, there was clearly some tension between these two due to the dissing that had went back and forth between Julio and JD Youngin. Well, when Julio died, this dude KB went on Instagram almost instantly. He posted up on his story. He said the Holiday Inn is a 5-star hotel. Loved them. And then he added Holiday Inn. And as we covered earlier, Julio died at the Holiday Inn Express. But that's not all that he posted, because less than 24 hours after Julio was taken out, he post pictures actually at the Holiday Inn Express, and then shortly after that he followed it up with a music video that he shot at this Holiday Inn Express. Y'all look at this.
Like my chain, that's a brand new fucking casualty. What's his brain for that fame? May he rest in peace. Crop him out the frame, get out, bang, let him feel the heat. Trying to do him bad.
Now, either this is some top tier self-incrimination right here going on, or this dude is trolling for clout, one of the two. But after he put this song out and them pictures out, he realized that people were starting to think, you know, he might have had something to do with it. So he made an attempt to clear the air and went back on IG and made this post right here. This said, all I do is chase checks. I don't know nothing about nothing for real. Now, does that clear his name? I don't know. Y'all got to decide or wait till the police figure out who did this crime. But that beef that Julio and KB was having came from JD Youngin's association with Youngin Ace, and Youngin Ace was also celebrating Julio's death. In fact, we talked about the irony of Julio dissing 23, who went out to eat on his birthday, and then their car got sprayed up. 4 people were hit, 3 died. Youngin Ace was the only survivor. Just for Julio to go out essentially the same way, because 4 people were hit during his incident. However, 3 of them survived, and he was the only one that passed. Well, Youngin Ace actually made a post after Julio died on his Instagram story, and he announced that he was dropping a new music video, which turned out to be kind of like a diss towards Julio, and he attached 50 Cent's Many Men song to it. And one part in particular, y'all look at this.
Cause he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing.
Now, those were the first couple of people everybody was looking at when it came to who might have been responsible. But the truth is, man, Julio Foolio was moving recklessly out here for a long time. And this man had beef with almost every big name rapper you can mention. And most of it was over something petty or something small. But he managed to find himself or make his way into every beef imaginable. And I'm going to give y'all a couple of good examples. He got into it with YoungBoy at one point in time. Because I guess YoungBoy was in his songs using the slang Foolio. And I guess fans were sending a song to Julio Foolio saying, hey, YoungBoy's talking about you. So Julio tried to pull up on YoungBoy at one point in time and press him over the situation.
Man, you a trick, nigga. Boy, you okay, my headstone, but we ain't on no loud, we ain't on none of that social media shit. You bought that, come back here. Check it out, man. Check it out. Check it out. Come on, man. Y'all doing too much, man. All that bro, ain't no problem. Ain't no none of that.
So you can see in the video that YoungBoy called Julio out for trying to go live on Instagram. Julio's like, we not with the internet stuff. Meanwhile, he's got his phone in his hand while he was recording. And this is really something that he did often, is get into it with big rappers like that. And I don't know if it was a clout move or what, but he always found himself in these situations. He would clarify the YoungBoy situation though at some point in time when he went on No Jumper and was telling Adam 22 how that whole thing happened.
What was up with this video of you and YoungBoy back in the day? It was like you sort of like coming at YoungBoy, right? What was that video, and can you explain that now?
He had a show in Jacksonville, bro, and I wasn't pulling up on some old check-in. The internet made that check-in, bro. Cause I kept hearing him like in his songs. He be like, "What you on, Foolio, Foolio, Foolio?" My name Foolio. The fans done sent me this 20 million times. YoungBoy talking about you, bro.
Right.
Like if you go on YouTube right now and say NBA YoungBoy Foolio did this before everything, and I'm be abused for real. So I'm like, what the f? So boom. So when I pulled up on him, I'm pulling up on him to see like what the Foolio mean. Like that's what we trying to ask him. But you know how he get pulled up on so much. He like, who are these? Like, you know what I'm saying? So when we pulled up, it was a whole totally different story. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like hiding like in the door of the hotel room. He didn't come out. Like it was just some whole other bro movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you didn't respect the way that your criticisms were dealt with there? You didn't appreciate the way he went about it?
It wasn't even that. He really wasn't trying to like, he wasn't trying to holler at me, bro. He was just on some old like tough, fake paranoid. I don't know what he was on, bro. He just wasn't trying to, I don't know this how we approach the situation. We pulled up to that deep as hell. I don't know, bro.
If you're a rapper, that can be pretty intimidating when you got like 100 young jits, as they say, coming at you. Yeah, I don't know. I can't blame him for being a little worried about that situation, but
yeah, but when I'm walking up to him, I'm telling him, bro, we ain't on that, bro. I just want to talk to you real quick, bro. I just want to talk to you. He's saying some old boy, some whole other shit. I don't even know what he was saying.
Right.
Another good example of Julio finding himself in some beef that he ain't have nothing to do with is when he inserted himself in the middle of some Chicago beef, and he found himself talking hella disrespectful about FBG Duck.
You know, mad cause Duck almost made it and got took out.
Yeah. Who?
The fuck? Duck got signed and signed out. Stupid ass nigga.
No, what? Hey, Maz. Hey, Maz, you up in here? Can't breathe no more.
I mean, like I said, you could see he was just being as disrespectful as possible towards anybody that would take it. And while everybody understood what the beef was about in Jacksonville with KTA and ATK, these little smaller rap beefs that he kept finding himself in just didn't make very much sense most of the time. Another good example is when he attempted to get into it with Kodak Black, and he did that by pulling up to Kodak's hood, Golden Acres, and shooting some little videos for the internet to watch. And even Kodak himself seemed a little bit confused about why Julio was doing this.
Block, and I got my Glock, look at my rock, look at my, hey, nigga play, we gon' spray. Golden Acres, I need me a air conditioner too. Time with me on some J. Cole, YK Osiris, to get on his Instagram.
be 21 Savage and Young Nudie, man. You gotta stop that, bro, because you called me explaining yourself, bro. I ain't got no beef with nobody. I just know what's really going on. You can't throw the cross at me, bro.
Now, Kodak seen these posts that Julio was making and basically responded to him like, bro, don't nobody know you. I specifically don't know you. What you need to do is go worry about them people you got actual beef with and stop worrying about me.
Well, with anything, anywhere, anyhow, boy. Anybody. Oh, swear, it ain't going back and forth with no who mama got touched, sister got touched, baby mama. You know what I'm saying my respect to the woman and all that shit. But they know people getting touched, fingers, all kind of. Come on, man. Don't play with me. Huh? What you talking about? Touch my people, my women, and my family, like a lady in my family who we supposed to be protecting and caring and cherishing and all this shit. I am not getting on this shit. Trying to pick beef, juice chase with other because you know what you call it. Then you get on this shit talking about, oh, Jet that lost his drill, talking about views on video. Fuck you, that's what you worrying about, homie. Homie, you don't care about none of this. I take all this out. Go see about who touch your mom now. Who touched your mom now? That's who you need to be worried about. Don't worry about me, cause you ain't got no business. I don't know you. You ain't got no business playing with me. You got no business. Facts. Stay out there that way, man. Trust.
Now I showed y'all all that so that I could show y'all that Julio was creating problems in his life with everybody that he was interacting with. Like, he wanted the clout, he was willing to beef for it. And if y'all are looking for who did this, it could be a long list of people. Like, it might take the police a little while to figure this one out, unless there was some kind of critical evidence left at the scene of the crime, because Julio was making it a point to have problems. And like Kodak said in that video, you need to go worry about them people who touched your mama. What he's referring to is Julio's mom was actually shot 8 times at one point a few years back. And she actually made an Instagram post after Julio passed away saying that they were making a documentary about Julio. And she says in this post that she begged Julio to leave the beef alone, to get out of the streets, to stop creating these problems for himself, something that he clearly didn't listen to. Now, I said it might take the police a while to solve this, but I didn't say that they won't solve it, because if you look towards the people who are investigating this, you know, law enforcement, they actually seem pretty confident that they're going to end up making some arrests in this case. Now, keep in mind that Julio was killed in a public place at the Holiday Inn Express, where I'm sure there is a ton of cameras. Plus, they got vehicles with dozens of holes in them from the gunfire, and they were actively on the scene heavily from the moment that this shooting took place. And like we went over, as soon as he died, people started celebrating. Now, the police ain't dumb. It don't take a genius to figure out who he had real problems with and who he had, I'm gonna call it, clout-based problems with, right? And obviously, Young and Ace and Young and Ace's crew were the primary suspects as far as the general population is concerned. And like I said, they were celebrating heavily. The police ain't stupid. They can see that activity just like we can see it. And one of the things that they probably seen was the song that Young and Ace dropped the day after it happened, and this tweet that Young and Ace has since deleted, but he still tweeted. We can still see it, even though he deleted it, that said that boy going back home the same day he came in. Now, this tweet was sent after Julio had died, but deleting it ain't gonna do nothing for Young and Ace. We can still see that the tweet was sent, and so can the police. And actually, when you look at this case and you look at the police's response to it, they've basically said that when they're looking for suspects in this Julio murder case, they're looking directly to Jacksonville. Like, they're zeroing in and putting the scope on people in Jacksonville. Now, who from Jacksonville does he got problems with? Obviously, Young and Ace and them. And so the Tampa police, which is where this happened at in Tampa, admitted on camera that they were working with the Jacksonville police to try to solve this case. But they actually went a bit further than that and admitted that they were also working with ATF and the FBI on this case, meaning that the federal government is looking into this, meaning that there could be federal charges coming with it. And when you listen to this police officer explain that they're all working together to make this come through and that it's been a big part of their investigation, the war in Jacksonville that's happening, I mean, when you see him say it, he's saying it real confidently, and it looks like he's pretty sure that they are going to make an arrest.
Detectives are working day in and day out on this case. They're developing some good leads. We're working closely with Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. We're working with our statewide prosecutor, our federal partners, the ATF and the FBI, and our local prosecutor, Susie Lopez. And I can guarantee you that we're going to be following up and making arrests in that case.
Are you guys looking at the social media aspect?
Absolutely. We're looking at the social media. We're working with our Jacksonville partners and getting intelligence on that. So definitely all top of our priority.
Do you believe that it's related to these two gang groups up in Jacksonville associated with the rappers?
So again, that's part of our investigation, but indications are that there is some type of relationship there.
And is there any of those gang members that present any of that over here on our side?
So the ones involved that night, we didn't have any ties in Tampa. So again, but that is part of our investigation.
Now, I know that part of that may be a little bit difficult for y'all to hear, but at one point in there, this reporter asked this officer if their investigation was looking into the beef between the two rap groups or gangs in Jacksonville. And he said, yes, it is part of the investigation and we're looking into it. We're also looking at their social medias. And I can't lie, I think that that's telling. I think that that statement shows exactly what the police are looking into. And obviously that would be the beef between Youngin, Ace, and Julio. Now, the Jacksonville police have actually spoke on this as well and pretty much said that they think it's got something to do with that beef too, and even let it be known that, like, if it continues, which I mean, it's been going on for so long now, saying if it continues don't really mean nothing, but he said if it continues that they're coming for everybody involved, they're locking them away, they ain't taking no more of it, and overall it comes off as a pretty stern warning.
Sure. If I may generically ask a question about something else.
Yep.
Generically speaking, what are your thoughts about the glorification of violence on social media, gangs, the detriment to the community, the danger that it poses?
I mean, unfortunately, I think young people think this is a game. And, you know, there'll be comments about this in the statement that I make, and they make it like it's a video game. It's not. This is real life. So he has a mother, you know, he has parents, siblings, probably friends, and they have to deal with these kind of losses, and it's unfortunate. Now the next thing is these groups, and I won't name them, they know who they are. We're not going to tolerate any retribution, any revenge. We're going to watch. We're going to be around paying attention to what's going on, but it's unfortunate. It should never happen to our kids, and I've never seen so much devaluing of human life. You know, it's like it's fun. And they talk about it in rap videos and songs, and it just doesn't make any sense. Because it ain't cool now. No, it's over now. It's over for him. It's permanent. And now we have to deal with messing and cleaning it up and fixing it. But we're going to keep him off balance. So you can't come in here and start shooting up neighborhoods and cities and cars and doing whatever you want to do.
The sheriff says the key to stopping this violence is getting ahead of it.
We're taking a proactive look at trying to get people to change and do something different. You know, if they don't, then we're going to do everything that we can to put them in prison forever.
Yeah, bro. So it seems like it's only a matter of time before we figure out what happened, who's responsible for it, or who knows, maybe they never figure it out. Only time will tell, but that is the crazy situation with Julio Foolio. That's basically the internet investigation that's taking place. Now, I know I was a little bit late on this video, but I wanted to give y'all all the details, so I just kind of waited until things developed. That, plus I had people in my front yard working all week, so that kind of threw me off on my schedule because my microphone was picking them up. But we back on track now. That's basically the story. That's everything that we know so far. And yeah, man, y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about it in the comments down below. Anyways, that's it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, tap the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. As always, it's been fun rocking with y'all, man. I'm out.